what is the most important thing when sharpening? What's the most important? Well, I would say the most important is going to be whether or not you can hold the angle as you come across the stone and repeat it over and over and over. Now, people struggle with this because every time they pick the knife up, when they go to set it back down, the angle is ever so slightly different. And even if it's just a half a degree, that changes it. So here's the trick. Once you find your angle, which you should be trying to do a little bit of a higher angle if you're a beginner, just so you can make it go faster, not really high angle, but a little bit higher. Then once you get your angle, lock your wrist and your forearm, right? So now I'm locked in place. So when I'm on the stone, if I do pick up, as long as I only move my elbow and my shoulder, I have not changed angle. The angle is still the same because I'm just using my elbow to do the blade shape. So when I pick up, I'm only using my elbow. I'm not using my forearm. My forearm and my wrist stay locked in place. So it's the same angle. So that's one thing. The next thing is don't pick up the stone don't pick up the knife and look at the edge for at least 20 to 30 passes. So do 20 to 30 passes before you look at your edge, because every time you look at it, when you go to try to find your angle again, you lock in, your angle is going to be slightly different, which is fine. Just the thing is that you want to make sure now that you replace the edge you started with your new one, or your new angle, I should say, by doing another 20 to 30 passes before you pick up. A lot of times you'll start seeing your angle messing up because you only did 2 or 3 passes. You haven't given it enough time to set across the bevel with the new angle since you let your wrist and your forearm relax, right? Every time you let your wrist and forearm relax, make sure you lock in again and then do at least 20 to 30 passes. And if you are struggling with doing these single passes and picking it up and setting it back down, keep the edge on the stone. There's nothing wrong with that, going back and forth. Just do not move your wrist or your forearm and only lift your elbow up and down. You'd be surprised how good you can probably set a bevel just like that. And then just focus on getting your burr. Here's a great representation of a burr development on a well heat treated steel. You can see the burr's formation on the apex of this bevel that's been sharpened on both sides. Once you get your burr, you should be done with that side, as long as it's from heel to tip.